And I can tell you, I've never ever seen anything this crazy. People around here are like, yeah, the weather changes at the drop of a hat, but that's, it depends on who you talk to. There are a lot of people that have lived here their whole lives, that are 60, 70 years old. They're like, this is cold for this time of year. It's not normal. But anyway, I don't want to take up all your time, and again, I really appreciate you taking me on the call, and nice to talk to you, Griff, and nice to make the introduction.
Thank you very much.
Well, I got more callers than we can handle right now. This is great, and folks, I appreciate the interest for sure. And this is exactly what this is supposed to be. Is an open forum for us to get out and discuss these issues, and then we all get our homework assignments and we get to work. And I'm so absolutely ecstatic to see so many people plugging in and showing an interest in these issues. And with that said, area code 318, you are live on the air.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yes, sir. I've been listening to you guys for quite some time now. And there's one burning question I kind of have that really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's in regards to the oil spill and the possible A and B well. The second well, if there's a gusher in the floor, as a lot of the evidence, seems to suggest, what would be the sense of trying to hide something on such a scale? It would seem to me that you can only hide something like that for so long.
That's true. Henning, could you speak to that question for us?
Actually, I could hardly hear him.
Oh, you couldn't hear him? Basically, the question is how long do you think that they can actually pull off hiding something that's such a large-scale disaster? How long do you think they can perpetuate the lie?
I think they can perpetuate that lie as long as they want to, because they have accumulating all the numbers. Every time we hear a new report from BP, it's always something higher now. And the best I've heard is that we are dealing with 100,000 PSI, and in basics they are telling the people by saying that we can't do anything. So they actually, by telling that lie, can continue with whatever profiting market they have intent for themselves. Because no man-made structure can contain 100,000 PSI, and when people find that out, they already know, they can't do anything, but at least they're trying, right? And then they can just run and run and run and run. That's how I see it, unfortunately.
I'm blown away. I am blown away by how they are suppressing information coming out of there. It's mind-boggling. I can't believe people are buying it, but
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is eventually, if it's true that it's down there and it's gushing this oil like it is, sooner or later you're going to wake up one morning and you're just going to realize that people are going to. I mean, they can only hide it for so long. I don't know why they even tried to. Is my whole point.
Unless, of course, the oil or this leak, as they say, is only a smokescreen for something else that they're trying to advance. And, of course, this is all speculation. But the Agenda 21 side of the house, or the polluting the food chain, or whatever their reason is for doing this, there is most certainly more to the situation than what we're seeing. And that much is certain. And the only way that we could ever get to that truth is to actually get somebody there that actually knows, or get some sort of whistleblower that blows the top off the whole thing. Don't you think, John?
Absolutely. I hope everyone out there that's listening to this program, and those of you that are going to be listening to this program in the archive, are taking notes. And when you're doing that, after the show, go online to the different other publications the European publications, Canadian publications, Australian publications, even some of the smaller publications here in the States, and do a little bit of research and find out exactly what we're talking about, because it's not being broadcast in the mainstream media. This stuff is actually happening. It's real. It's factual. And you're not being told about it. And therein lies the agenda.
That's true. And I appreciate the phone call, caller. That's was a very valid question. I'm going to go to Mark from Scotland. You there?
Hey. I can't hear myself. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, Mark.
Excellent. I was listening to Griff talk about them pushing the weather back out, and hearing stories about them letting it in. I lived in New Orleans for 20 years, and I've seen 4 and 5 generations of black women live off of welfare, just have babies by different families, different men. And I've got 2 daughters there, and I've got a brother in Florida, and the story goes that with the large black population across Louisiana, Mississippi, and a large retirement community in Florida collecting Social Security, the massive amount of money that the government would save by allowing this to come in and take out everybody was the theory that I'm looking at. But then when I heard Griff say that they don't want it to come in, as far out as it all is, I just wanted to say that and get somebody's feedback on that. Is that something to totally discount as unimaginable that the government would allow the takeout of the southern section of the United States to save trillions of dollars?
No, I don't think so.
You think about it, Griff. I mean, from the elitist's own mouth, from the powers that be, their own mouth, one of the largest concentration of useless eaters, if you will, are in that region. So
yes, but Obama doesn't have that concern, though, you see. I don't think Obama cares one way or another, and the administration. Look who he has surrounded himself with at the highest levels of government, and the czars and the criminals. He's surrounded himself with criminals. The courts are under his control. He doesn't care about the money down there. He's just run the debt up $1 trillion or $2 trillion. I don't think they care about that.
But who's really pulling his strings, I guess, is the question. You know, who really pulls the strings? Because this whole thing didn't start with Obama. You know, this has been a long time coming, and it's culminating with Obama. You know, I remember quite often saying to myself time and time again, boy, man, it can't get much worse than this Bush guy. This is nuts. This is crazy. And here we are, and it's a lot worse. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I thought we couldn't do any worse than Bush, and look at what we have now.
So, things can always get worse. You have to know that. Things can always get worse no matter how bad they are.
That's right. And I mean, think of all those people down there that are just such easy targets. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I mean, but you're right. In the grand scheme of things, do I think Obama is concerned about that? No, not really.
No, it's not the money. It's not the money. It's other things. It's the Agenda 21.
Well, and I can tell you flat out, just from people I know within the Pentagon, that when he came into office, they said when he went in and when he was going through the agencies and cleaning house and firing the people he didn't like, the people I know said that he came through with such a wave of arrogance. It was like it didn't matter. It just didn't matter what the results were. It was like he had this attitude, like it didn't matter what happened, he was going to be okay. And that's what my buddy Pentagon told me. It was just like, well, it makes sense, I guess.
He's not worried about being reelected. He's being very active up until that time. We may not have a central government after that time.
Right. Mark, you got anything else to add?
I wanted to throw one at Andrew. Sure. 2006, I hit Run for the Wall, and I was in D.C. talking to somebody that was a non-SEAL, and he said Team 6, which I understand has been replaced and renumbered, hit with private contractors during Katrina and loaded loaded up tractor trailers full of black males, dead black males,